but nothing more. Just a quiet open floor where the surface gently stays unchanged by passing days. Every ripple fades away before it has a chance to stay. In your presence I release every urge to search for peace. All the dust dissolves to plain without loss and without gain. In this field I start to see nothing needs to be set free. We are resting where we are, without reach and without far. There is nothing left to find, only still and still am I. No depth needed, we remain free from distance, free from strain. In the silence, we expand without structure, without plan. No depth needed, nothing more than the calm we are before. In the stillness, we can be what we are without degree. Every motion loses form into something soft and warm. In this drift we come undone, without center, without one. No more layers left to trace, only open silent space. In this calm we come to know, all we are is all we show. Let the surface gently stay, nothing more to move away. In this space we softly remain, without memory, without pain. No depth needed, we remain free from distance, free from strain. In the the shift before our eyes. Every structure fades apart without boundary, without start. In your silence I remain, free from the sea, free from change. All connections are loosened now, without reason, without how. In this drift I start to see nothing holds identity. We are slipping out of form into something still and warm. There is nothing left to keep, only falling into deep, into pure space we dissolve, without measure, without end. In the silence we dissolve, beyond anything we solve. Into pure space we release every tension into peace. In the stillness we remain, free from structure, free from into without trace. Every breath becomes diffuse, without meaning, without use. In this field we drift away. We do not need yesterday. No more shape and no more frame. Nothing left to read. from structure, free from pain. Almost sound, but not quite. Almost dark, but not night. Something there, but undefined. Just beyond the edge of mind. Every echo fades too soon, like a trace beneath the moon. In your silence I remain, without memory, without name. Nothing holds and nothing stays, only fragments without place. In this space I start to feel something barely turning real. We are close to what is not, fading into what we thought. There is nothing left to see, only near, invisible more than barely there, we softly stay, not as night and not as day. In the silence we expect, without border, without land. Barely there, we disappear, not as distant, not as near. In the stillness we become less than many, more than one. Very there, almost gone. Every breath dissolves thin air, nothing left to hold or share. In this drift we come undone, without center, without one. No more structure left to trace, only thin remaining space. In this calm we come to see, all we are is meant to be. Let the echo fade to none, let the silence become one. In this space we softly stay, without yesterday. Barely there, unsightly stay, not as night and not as day. In the silence we expand, without border, near them There is motion in the though no shape is ever there. Something shifting out of you, moving softly through and through. Every current passes by without reason, without why. In your presence I can stay. Nothing pulls my mind away. No direction, no design, only flow beyond all time. In this space I start to feel something hidden turning breath becomes a stream, flowing through a waking dream. In this space we disappear. There is nothing left to fear. All the noise has slipped away. We do not need another day. In this stillness we can see all we have is meant to be. Let the silence through your mind leave the world and time behind. In this moment we remain free. Every form of pain, shapes of light begin to rise. Reflections in our inner skies. In the calm we slowly grow into something into something we thought was something lingers after trace. Not a form and not a place. In the silence it remains. Without meaning, without name. Every memory turns light, losing weight, dissolving sight. In your presence I release every fragment into peace. Nothing held and nothing stored. Only echoes unexplored. In this space I start blur. Without memory to refer. In this drift we come undone. Without center, without one. No reflection left to see. Only open vacancy. In this calm we come to know. What remains is letting go. Let the trace dissolve in air. There is nothing left to bear. In this space we softly stay. Without yesterday. After the trace, we fall away. Without night nor day. In the silence we expand. Beyond voice and beyond land. After the there is sound without a source, moving on a silent course. Not beginning, not ending, only waves that never ended. Every echo drifts along, without origin or tone. In your presence I can stay. Nothing pulls my mind away. All the distance fades to none, where the many meets the one. In this field I start to see something moving relentlessly. We are hearing what is not, every trace and every thought. There is nothing left to find, only space within the mind. Echo without origin remains, free from memory and names. In the silence we align, beyond structure, beyond time. tearing slowly evermore. Not a point and not a line, only drift beyond feels like something old. Every pause extends a field, nothing hidden, nothing revealed. In your silence I remain, free from pattern, free from chain. All the motion slows to still, without force and without will. In this gap I start to feel something subtle turning We are resting in between all the things that might have been. There is nothing left to say, only space that does not stay. Between breaths we softly fall into nothing, into all. In the silence we expand, without border, without land. Between breaths we disappear, not as distant, not as near. In the stillness we remain, free from meaning, free from fading slow. No Every moment leaves no trace, as it fades without a place. In this drift we come undone, without center, without a wall. No more structure left to hold, no more stories to unfold. In this calm we come to see all we are is meant to be. just beyond the edge of mind, almost there but never known, like a place not fully shown. Every step dissolves in air, nothing solid anywhere. In your presence I can stay, nothing pulls my mind away. All the outlines start to find into something unmade. In this space I start to feel something distant turning real. We are close but not complete, standing where the edges meet. There is nothing left to find, only space within the way. Almost there but not yet formed, in a space both still and warm. In the silence we expand, without border, without land. Almost there but never near, not as distant, not as clear. In the stillness we remain, free from meaning, free from every breath becomes a trace, fading through a thinner space. In this drift we come undone, without center, without one. No more answers left to hold, no more stories to be told. In this calm we come to see, all we are is meant to be. Let the horizon fade away, let the silence gently stay. In this space we softly remain, without memory, without pain. Almost there but not yet formed, in a space both still and warm. In the silence we become less than any mortal beneath the surface, something stays unseen through passing days. Not a sound and not a tone, yet it feels like something known. Every layer drifts below, where no edges seem to go. In your silence I release peace. All the shapes dissolve to blur without reference to refer. In this depth I start to feel something hidden turning real. We are sinking without force, following a softer course. There is nothing left to hold, only depths that slowly drift, continue slow. There is nothing left to know. In this space we softly stay without yesterday. No direction, we remain free from structure, free from chain. In the silence we expand without there is no defined edge, no beginning, no last ledge, only something flowing through, without center, without view. Something unresolved, nothing said. Before the shape begins to rise, there is something undefined. Not a shadow, not a line, only space beyond all time. Every boundary fades away before form begins to stay. In your presence I dissolve into patterns unresolved. Nothing fixed and nothing still, only space we softly fill. In this quiet I can feel something deeper turning real. There is no direction here, only distance without fear. We are drifting without name, never different, never same. Before the shape we come undone, not as many, not as one. In the silence we expand without edge and without land. Before the shape we disappear, not as distant, not as near. In the stillness we remain, free from meaning, free from fading slow, no escape. The emotion fades to light, every dark dissolves from sight. In this space we drift away, we do not need yesterday. No more structure left to hold, no more stories to be told. Only presence, only flow, only what we come to know. Let the silence take control. Feel the quiet, feel your soul. In this space we come undone, without ending, without one. Before the shape we come undone, not as many, not as one. In the silence we expand without edge and without land. Before the shape we disappear, not as distant, not as near. In the stillness we remain, free from meaning, free. There is movement in the calm, flowing without force or form, not contained and never still, moving only as it will. is nothing to return. No direction left to turn. In the silence, something stays without time and without place. Every path dissolves to none before it can become one. In your presence I release a retrace into the peace. All the movement comes to rest without question, without test. In this stillness I can feel something softer turning real. We are here without a past. Nothing formed and nothing lasts. There is nothing left to fight, only space within the mind. Nothing to resume remains free from sequence, free from chains. In the silence we expand without origin or land. Nothing to resume. We see there is only ground clarity. In the stillness we become everything that one Nothing to resume. Nothing to resume. Only you Every breath dissolves the line between what is yours and mine. In this drift we come undone.